There's two things in this story that I just want to point out before we move to our music and our prayers that are unique to Luke's gospel, and they are both stories of mercy. Jesus from the cross still shows mercy. First, the Father forgives them. They know not what they do, forgiving the people who are executing him. And then forgiving the thief, or telling the thief, today you'll be with me in paradise. And I want to encourage you to just keep that theme of mercy in mind as you think about this story today. Jesus was able to forgive in the midst of his pain. So if there's something that may be a wound that's fresh, that's still causing you some pain, we could follow Jesus' example. Maybe decide to forgive like Jesus did on the cross. Even if our emotions and our feelings aren't quite there yet, we can decide to forgive, and then the emotions follow. So if there's something that might need our decision to forgive, we might follow Jesus' lead and do that. And then the other would be to look at the thief, Dismas, the good thief, and think about the mercy that Jesus shows from the cross to others. And maybe we need to hear that because we're not forgiving ourselves of something, that it really doesn't matter where we've been. If we turn to him, he is merciful. It really doesn't matter what we've done or how many times we've failed. If we turn to him, he's merciful. And then we think about the thief in the last moment of his life, the last hours of his life, found the Messiah. And maybe there's someone in our life that we're longing to find God. We're praying for them every day that they would find the peace that comes from a relationship with God. And I would encourage you to not lose hope. The thief on the cross is the motivation for every prison ministry, every death row ministry that exists in this country and around the world, because it's a great example to us that even in our last moments, he is merciful. So I would encourage you to keep that message of mercy in mind for forgiving others if we're hurt, for forgiving ourselves if we're struggling with that, and for praying for those that we long to find God. In this story, Luke gives us hope. Even in hard moments, he's merciful. Even when we failed, he's merciful. Even for those who are taking forever to find him, he is merciful.